Now the previous version of this was my top pick for last year. This updated version is number 8. It did not fare well. And when it comes to battery banks, I buy a ton of them, then I bully them by draining them at every speed imaginable, and then I recharge them like a maniac and hope that nothing burns up in the process. This battery pack has a capacity of 25,000 milliamp hours or 90 watt hours. Battery banks can't get bigger than this for safety reasons on airplanes. This product has 2 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A port, and one of these ports is rated to 140 watts. Yeah, it's one of the very few that actually outputs 140 watts. But UGreen does say it's a 200 watt battery bank. Not quite sure how that works, because that's 140, that's 100, and this is 22.5. The math ain't mathing. This product does have a smart screen, but it's kind of annoying because every single time you activate it, you have to stare at this thing. Let's power up together, I don't care! Smart screen does this job. Nothing really fancy about it. It does come with a graph, which is kind of neat, but kind of useless for the average person. This power bank supports the following charging protocols and charge rates. And again, it is PD 3.1 compliant, which means it spits out 140 watts, and PPS is at 5 amps, which is a good thing. For large devices, that is. When it comes to voltage, accuracy, and stability, this thing is very mid. As a side note, testing the charge rates for this thing was annoying because every single time I try to read it, it would reset this counter. Every single time I push this, it would reset this counter, and it'd take forever to get this to commit to pull in one specific voltage. Yeah, like it's screwing up right now. Why? In my discharge test, this unit stopped at 10% even though it was drained. I initially thought there was a thermal issue with it, but it just stopped charging at 10%, so I don't know. I managed to pull 62 watt hours from the battery bank in the discharge testing, so out of 90, it's not great. When it came to heat, this product ran cooler on a discharge and hotter on a recharge, which is kind of the exact opposite of most battery banks. I'm not sure why. In terms of size and energy density, this thing weighs 595 grams. It's one of the heaviest battery banks I've tested, and because of how poorly it charges and discharges, the energy density is actually quite low. Now, I will say I like the physical design of this product, especially when compared to Anker's product that requires you to stand it up. This requires you to just lay it down flat. There's rubber feet on the bottom so it doesn't slide around. It's not a tipping hazard. Now in terms of price, this thing is going to set you back only 80 bucks. That's a pretty good deal, but the performance of this product is extremely mid, so you are getting what you pay for. So would I get it if I wasn't a reviewer? I really don't know. I'm really on the fence. I'm leaning more towards no because there's better products out there. But 80 bucks for a PD 3.1 compliant battery bank? I'm on a mission to figure out what the best battery banks are in 2025. If you are planning on getting this product, use my links or check out some of my other content where I actually recommend what battery banks to get. If you're going to use a link, use mine. I'm a reviewer, not influencer. Don't care which brand you go with because these guys aren't paying me to make a review. So yeah, just working to find out what the best accessories are for our tech. Thanks for watching.